It's Pro Wrestling Summit, motherfucker. You already know what it is. Tatum and Knowledge in the motherfucking house. We apologize for last week. There was some sickness going around. Some things were happening. It was a little bit. We would have had to it would have been too tight. Let's just say that. It would have been too tight to have to do it. So we decided, you know what? Royal Rumbles this weekend. We'll do the fucking show following. And boy, do we got a show for you. This is going to be an extended version of the Pro Wrestling Summit show here. Knowledge. Holy shit, bro. A lot of things fucking moving in play.
What's going on, good villains? I mean, we've got so much to discuss. The Rumble itself... just the storylines that have developed and the lack of storylines that are brewing with, the winners of the Royal Rumble here. But, I mean, I don't even know where to begin. We have so much. AEW, we have NXT. There's so much.
I mean, there's so much happening, bro. There's so much happening. So, first and foremost, man, I think that we should probably just jump right into the Rumble.
I'm all about it.
Because now I heard I heard some people online saying that, this is one of the greatest Rumbles ever, okay? I watched some fucking wrestling journalists, or who call themselves wrestling journalists, and, I generally like these people. And I value their opinion most of the time. But I think that they're fucking dead wrong about the Rumble being one of the best ever.
Now, see, I've seen the opposite.
Oh, okay, so you've seen the hate.
I've seen people saying that the Rumble was the drizzling shits. What I've seen is the most predictable Rumble ever of all time.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of want to... So, you're hearing people saying that they loved it. What are people saying they loved about the Rumble?
They're just saying how... I mean, listen, everyone knew that Cody was going to win the fucking thing. I mean, this is not like... I mean, he was the only one who had any build-up leading up to the Rumble. I mean, they're doing fucking vignette packages a month and a half out for this guy. So, clearly, he's going to fucking be at the end, and he's going to win the Rumble. Now, what I will say is... the lack of surprises is what fucked me.
That was my problem too. So
Booker T is the only surprise. Fucking Booker T.
Edge coming back was...
That's not a surprise.
Right,
Everyone knew he was coming back.
My issue is, WWE fans turned into AEW fans for a minute there because everyone and their fucking mother wanted Cody to win the Rumble since he's been out. Yeah. The first thing people thought was, he's going out on injury. He's going to be out for 10 months. He's going to be back in time for the Rumble. He's going to win the Rumble. Yep. I can't wait till Cody wins the Rumble. Mm-hmm. And then you got Sami Zayn building momentum. Now all of a sudden, everybody wants Sami Zayn to win the Rumble. You're never happy. You can't please a wrestling fan. You just can't do it. Nope. So having Cody win the Rumble makes sense. Sending him out number 30 doesn't, to me.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows who 30 is because there's only one guy left and he hasn't made his appearance yet. He's not going to appear in the fucking Women's Rumble, so, he's coming out 30. So, you're missing that organic pop.
Yeah, because everybody just knows.
Right, of his music. So, people got amped up for number 30 because it's oh, shit, Cody's the only one left. Yeah. And then by the time that he came out, don't get me wrong, the fucking pop was loud.
Well, it was loud. They were probably hoping for a John Cena pop when he came back from injury, but he also came back from injury 5 months earlier than he was supposed to.
Yeah.
That was the big difference. He came out number 30, Triple H is in the ring, John Cena's music hits, people go nuts, and also that entrance was extremely short because that entryway was tiny.
Correct.
But you have 1.5 miles to get to the ring in the Royal Rumble.
That's what I text you immediately. I said, why the fuck is the ramp so long? I said there must be a big surprise.
And there wasn't.
Okay. Now, just let's get past the Rumble for just 1 second, okay?
Yeah, we're going to revisit it, though.
No, I'm going to come back to the Rumble in 1 second, but I need to fucking say this right now. I don't like The Rock, okay? I've never been a fan of The Rock. I thought The Rock is fantastic on the mic. He's like a 1 out of 5 in the ring. He is not good, okay? He oversells stuff, like, and I'm not taking nothing away from the guy because he built a career, I mean, literally as the drizzling shits. The pineapple hair, Rocky Maivia, like, everyone made fun of the motherfucker, and I was like, man, that kid, he has something. Like, I don't know what he's got, man, but he fucking has something. It was weird, but it was an organic thing, and he turned a negative into a big positive for himself. So I take nothing away from him there. But you know that everyone is clamoring for you to come back, right? So you don't say no, you don't say yes. You don't fuel the speculation, but you don't put it to rest either. And then all of a sudden, like, people are like, oh shit, man, the Rumble, man, it's, Raw 30 first. Raw 30, they're going to do this fucking thing for the Bloodline, and then it turned into the trial of Sami Zayn. Okay, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But it's almost like like you're leading the fans on and there's no payoff. You know what I mean? Unless this guy magically fucking appears before WrestleMania, which is not going to happen. Because what do you have? Elimination Chamber, and that's it.
I think
in Montreal.
Yeah, I think he's been laying low because of all the drama with the
Black Adam movie.
The DCU and all that. So I think that's more or less what's going to make his decision be a no for WrestleMania.
Which
and
is
all that.
stupid because he would be able to garner so much attention and fans back because he would be back in the wrestling spotlight after his movie flopped.
Right.
So, like, I don't know. Superhero movies are not my thing. I haven't seen it, so I pass no judgment on the fucking guy's movie or whatever. But I really think that he's, like, he's being, like, a cock tease to the wrestling community. And listen, I don't like the guy, but, like, I would love to see The Rock Roman because I think that's fascinating.
Well, at this point, too, I mean, what does actually showing up do? It now ends the talk. You know?
Yeah.
Until he shows up, the talk is going to be on him.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
So
okay, let's get back to the Rumble.
Back to the Rumble.
Yeah.
I can't agree with you more about the surprise entrance and the lack of surprise entrance, which is why I think for the first time since there's been one, the Women's Rumble was far and away the better Rumble.
Far superior.
Plenty of surprise entrance, Michelle McCool, Chelsea Green,
better action,
Nia Jax,
better action.
Yeah, definitely better action. A little bit more sloppy, but
yeah, but Rumbles are sloppy to begin with. They're not supposed to be technical masterpieces.
Right. Well, when you set up a like solo spot, you know, for you to really pull something off and you botch the shit out of it, it looks bad.
Yeah, Nia Jax.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not gonna go up for it and you're gonna sandbag Rhea Ripley,
of all people, the person that's gonna win the Rumble, you're gonna sandbag her. I mean, I thought when she came back, like, hey, good for her. She's probably put in some work to try to improve.
Yeah.
But, you know.
You were sorely mistaken.
The second that she got into the ring, it just was bad. She looked like a giant sack of potatoes, and she looks worse than she did when she left.
Way worse.
And then, you know, just in the ring, just sandbag Rhea Ripley twice, to the point that she just has to switch it up on the fly. It's really a shame. But the men's Rumble was so underwhelming, and I wonder if that's why they put it on first. If they knew it was going to be so underwhelming, because it's going to be the most predictable. It's all about Cody coming back. You get that big pop to start off the night.
Well, then, and then it's about Roman, and I mean the story is about Roman and Sammy.
That was another huge problem for me because there's two shows in the year where
the Rumble goes on last.
Well, where one match has to go on last. The Survivor Series match and the Rumble match. That's it. It has to go on last.
Elimination Chamber should go on last.
But at least the Elimination Chamber is the title match.
Yeah,
so it makes sense that would go
okay,
on
yeah,
last.
fine.
You know, but the non-title matches that have to go on last,
Survivor Series and Royal Rumble.
Rumble.
I can agree to that, yeah.
And neither Royal Rumble match is the last. And I get it. You want the whole, Sammy turning on Roman or Roman turning on Sammy, really, when it comes down to it. And then Jay walking away from Roman.
What a fucking story, man.
Yeah, it's a great story. It's fantastic. I still feel like you could have done that before the Rumble and then let the Rumble go off. I really feel like you could have done that.
Well, you know Roman's rule. He's either going on first or last. So.
But that was Triple H's rule, too. But Triple H was still always humbled by the Rumble.
Kind of humbled by the Rumble. Yeah. That might be the title of this fucking thing. No, that's going to be the title. Humbled by the Rumble. I'm going to Danny, write that shit down. Humbled by the Rumble. Fucking genius shit by knowledge right there.
But, I really was surprised that there weren't more surprises. Like, I can't say that the Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view. It used to be years ago. It was always like Rumble 1, WrestleMania 2. The issue that I see now is they've always done so many special spots, and it's like so many of their former so many of these former wrestlers are aging out. It's hard to bring them back, and I get that. I mean, now my favorite pay-per-view is Elimination Chamber, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't until like that Elimination Chamber spawned, but it's such a unique match that to me that's my
yeah,
match.
I mean, it kind of takes the drama of a couple of like really good ideas, and the reason why is because you don't know what Chamber's going to open next. And the combination of guys in the ring, they could work together, or they could just all they could all go to shit.
Yeah.
And they could start beating the fuck out of each other. And the cool thing is I believe that the pinfalls don't count until every chamber is unlocked. Is that correct?
No, you can
pinfall anybody at any time.
At any time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Which is even cooler because it takes you could add so much drama by false finishes at that point, and like even maybe go to a finish early. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, with somebody. Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I again, you can look at the Elimination Chamber. It's got elements of Hell in a Cell. It's got elements of the Royal Rumble, and that there's always a title on the line. So.
And you're going to get some crazy fucking spots that come out of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Somebody's taking a backdrop on the fucking...
some work out, some don't.
Oh, God, dude, the Rob Van Dam Triple H.
I gotta say, I hate the tag team elimination chambers. There's just too many people in the chamber.
Yeah, dude, I mean...
But... I got us off the Rumble there.
Okay.
But getting back to the Rumble, yeah, you should have more surprises. There should be more intrigue. The Women's Royal Rumble, the fact that and it was the right move. The fact that they had Rhea Ripley start off as number 1 to me was key. That there was no way she was going to win it, and I was furious at that because Rhea Ripley.
You thought that she was going to get the job.
Well, yeah, Rhea Ripley should win it.
She should. She's the most dominant female on the show.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it. Why she's challenging Charlotte Flair is beyond me. But.
Yeah, I also don't understand that. But she should win it. She came out first, and I thought that's the way they get her out. Because she's not going to be able to hold on.
It's an easy out for her, yep.
And the fact that she won it was a great story. The whole match was set up really well. For her to stand victorious and for Cody to win it, those are the two winners. Those need to be the two winners.
No matter what you do. So people can be pissed off about it all they want and say how predictable it was. Listen, at the end of the day, they booked it properly.
Yeah.
That's how to book it. Now, I'm not happy about the lack of surprises in the fucking men's Rumble. That's for me, it's my favorite pay-per-view of the year because I love the surprises. Because you don't know. You have no fucking idea what talent they might have contacted to come back, or I've seen guys come back and have a good showing in the Rumble, and then they're on Monday Night Raw the next night, and they sign a contract. It's a big deal.
Well, but you've also seen people in the past, celebrities jump into it. Shaq's been in the Rumble, Pete Rose, Drew Carey, these.
Well, and then they had the NFL Rumble with the 20-man over-the-top WrestleMania fucking Rumble with Refrigerator Perry and fucking Big John Studd and shit.
So, there's ways they could incorporate people into the Rumble that would be a surprise. I think it's a waste to not have those people. Because every wrestler you put in there, the more wrestlers you put in there, the worse it is for everybody.
Right.
Because you got your ass eliminated.
Correct.
Now, the one... I hate to do a surprise. The one thing that stood out, I think, for everybody is Logan Paul and Ricochet. That fucking spot.
Bro, why do... that shit was... They hit each other hard.
Well, you could hear the slap when they connected.
Yeah, it was meat hitting meat. That was probably not a fun bump to take. That was probably a really fucking shitty bump to take.
And I fucking hate Logan Paul with a passion.
That fucking kid is so athletic, bro.
Yeah, he clearly has thrown himself headfirst into this. To be able to do that with Ricochet, nobody does shit like that with Ricochet. For him to be able to do that shit with Ricochet is, good for him.
And he was getting, I watched a video of him getting the masterclass training from Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, goes with, one student at a time and, will work with them. And he calls it the masterclass. And he was in the masterclass with Shawn leading up to the Royal Rumble, getting him prepared for, coming back and shit. So, hey, man, you got to give props to the kid. He doesn't need to do this shit.
Yeah.
At all. He just signed a deal with the UFC. The UFC, Dana White hates him and hates his brother. He just signed a deal with Prime. It's like a fucking $230 million deal. What? This kid doesn't fucking need this shit.
This kid was a Vine star.
A what?
Vine star.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
how he
even
started.
remember what that is.
Yeah, well, Vine is like TikTok. It's like the TikTok before TikTok was a thing.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah, so...
Maybe I was in prison. I don't know. That might have been my time in the hole, kid.
But that's where he started, just making these goofy little videos, and then Vine shut down, and he had to figure something else out to keep himself relevant. And he's been doing it since. And he's made himself a multi-millionaire doing this shit.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of his content, it's just not for me. It's a little bit too young for me.
Yeah,
I'm more some of the interviews that he has are pretty interesting. I've watched some of the interviews with some of the other wrestling talent, when Roman Reigns was on the show and shit. I thought that was really interesting. I thought he does a great job interviewing people. He really does. He has a great personality for it. I like his two co-hosts as well because they fucking make fun of him all the time and shit. So it's pretty cool. And that kid Mike was married or was dating fucking Lana Rhodes.
Yeah.
So I big shout out to that motherfucker. Mike, what's his name? Mike Majaic or fucking something like that, dude. Well, whatever, dude. Yeah. His hog must be fucking outstanding. Shout out to his hog, bro. If you're pulling your Riz is out of control, bro. The Riz is fucking.
See, you don't like this young stuff. You're using the young lingo.
because I said it. Because I said that shit. I hate that young shit. So I gotta bring the new terms.
Yeah, I can't stand any of his content either. But the fact that he's willing to
sacrifice his body
for something he just absolutely just does not need to do. He could have come in for one match and that's it.
Even his brother, dude. Yeah. Say what you want about his brother and his brother's.
He's a douchebag. That's what I want to say.
He's a douche. Right. Yeah, he's totally a douche. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay? I like Logan better than I like Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Fact is that Jake Paul is an outstanding athlete as well, and he's actually a pretty decent boxer. Like, that kid knows how to fight. Not saying that he's a great fighter. Like, I think he's really gonna have his hands full against Tommy Fury. I think Tommy Fury's gonna gonna put it on him a little bit.
Absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't want to fight anybody from that Fury family.
No.
I mean, those guys fight in the street and shit for fun. So, like, I mean, how are you gonna beat up a guy like that, really? I mean, you're wearing fucking 12-ounce gloves. Like, I mean, that fucking guy's just gonna eat your punches and be like, okay, dude, my dad hit me harder than this when I was like 6. Not saying that John Fury hit his kids or not. I did not fucking say that.
Allegedly.
No, I'm not even saying allegedly.
He's a legend.
He's a legend. Exactly right. He's a legend. But speaking of Tyson Fury, he might be at WrestleMania, depending upon his visa issues coming in the United States.
It's always the biggest issue for him.
Well, it's only because he has connections to some people in the underworld, and
who doesn't these days, right? I mean, come on.
let's just talk about how boxing in the United States and boxers since the 1800s have been basically guided by the mafia,
right.
To maybe you take a dive here, whatever.
You get involved with some little unsavory people. It is what it is.
Of course you do. It's that's the business that you're in. But I mean, there's so many people that could show up at WrestleMania Hollywood. Obviously Theory's putting over the Cena thing, so it's gonna be him and Cena. But I think we already kind of knew that. I was kind of hoping for Logan Paul Cena because I thought that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But going back to the Royal Rumble, because we haven't even touched upon any of the real bad shit yet.
Yeah.
So I do want to say one thing, though, just to go off of that Logan Paul thing. Kofi Kingston, 2 years in a row, botching spot. Not good. Yeah, it's not good. He's really showing his age now.
Yeah, they just need to stop trying to do these things.
Ricochet could do shit like that now and kind of take up the mantle.
Pass the torch.
Or Logan Paul. Perfect.
Why not?
Dude, where was Bad Bunny? I was kind of hoping for a Bad Bunny appearance.
On tour or something? I mean, I don't know.
I thought he was promoting an album, so it would have been perfect for him to promote the album.
Oh, he could have come out and he could have done a whole music interlude.
Anything would have been better than the fucking shit show that they had. I mean,
we got to talk about that when we get to that.
Yeah, okay.
Because I have my problems with that too.
Yeah, but
that I texted you about while it was going on.
I just want to talk about Gunther's performance for 1 second and how outstanding that guy truly is, and how we are so lucky as wrestling fans to be able to witness something. He is different on a different level. It doesn't matter who you put him in the ring with, he is the man. There is no comparison right now, in my opinion. I don't think there's a better wrestler in the world.
I will say this. There are a lot of nicknames that wrestlers get that they just put on themselves. Mm-hmm. Ring General is absolutely 100% earned by this man.
100%.
There's not a wrestler that I can think of that commands more respect in that ring than Gunther.
And he'll hit you. So, you can hit him, but rest assured, he's gonna fire one right back at you.
I mean, I guarantee you, if they had 20 men in the ring at once with him, he could basically call the entire thing in the ring, and everyone would just fall in line.
In broken English.
Yeah, I mean, it's
it's fucking outstanding.
It's impressive. It's impressive. His presence is just bar none, outstanding. And he'll hit you. He will make it real.
Yeah. And I think that there's something to be said for that, especially in a match like the Rumble, because I think that that's a great place to showcase the next star. You know what I mean? Like, he's ready. There's no doubt that he's ready.
He has put a lot of respect on that Intercontinental title.
And listen, Imperium's really good. Like, as a tag team, those guys are very good. And Giovanni Vinci has one of the crispiest lineups that I've ever seen on a human being. Dude, that shit looks like it's painted on his face.
Yeah, he must get it touched up daily.
God, I said that to my wife while we were watching the show. I said, look at that fucking lineup. She goes, yeah, I noticed that. I was like, it looks like it's painted on. I said, I was thinking the same fucking thing.
What do you mean you noticed that? What is it?
No, I mean, he's a fucking very attractive looking dude. I mean, I think that the model type gimmick would have been fine for him.
Yeah.
I like this Imperium gimmick way better.
It should run a long time. They should let that run. It's a perfect spot for all of them. And if they were to break up Imperium,
Gunther's the only one that survives.
Yeah, Gunther would be fine. The other two are just gone.
Yeah.
At that point,
they become maximum male models.
You just might as well cut them at that point. Done.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think a lot of people are in that similar situation where, like, if they don't figure it out, like, they're gonna be gone pretty soon. Like, I can see the writing on the wall with some people, and
I feel like that there's at least one person that is most likely going to have that happen to them now, that it shouldn't have been this way, and it was avoided. It could have been avoided, but it's one of our low points of the Rumble, and not the Rumble match, but the Royal Rumble itself, and that's fucking LA Knight. I feel like I don't know how do you recover from this if you're LA Knight in the Mountain Dew pitch black match.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
I'm
I'm being fucking totally serious when I ask this question. How does anyone think that was a good idea? When you see that and hear that plan, how do you go, oh, okay, I can see how this all works? The guy, fucking, I don't even want to say his name because I'm so disgusted with him right now. But the guy, Bray, we'll just say Bray, okay, looks like he was in a Bukkake film, okay? And he has the fucking black light on him, and he's showing all the seminal fluid all over his fucking face and head. Okay, yeah. What the fuck? What are we doing? Why is everything fluorescent?
Why is he coming out in a new mask to wrestle? This isn't a new character.
Why is he coming out in a mask at all?
Yeah, there's no need for it.
What are we doing?
Just be Bray Wyatt.
Well, that's what he came out saying this whole time. I'm finally myself.
Right.
I can't wait to be myself.
So then be Bray Wyatt.
Okay, right. I don't understand. Why do we need all this fucking fluorescent light and, like, it looks like a roller skating rink in the 80s.
And I think it would have been a better idea if you shut off all the lights in the stadium and you have just the spotlight on them in the ring. That to me is a pitch black match.
Interesting.
You can't see anything. Then you can still do run-ins with Uncle Howdy. You can even introduce new characters. You know, LA Knight lays out Bray with anything. Lays him out with anything. He falls out. You can't see him anymore because he's not in the spotlight. Something comes running in and attacks LA Knight. What the fuck was that? You know? Another person comes running in, fucking attacks LA. What the fuck was that? And they just quick hit off into the darkness. Quick hit off into the darkness. But instead, you have
confetti.
You have confetti. You have Uncle Howdy emerging to drop a completely fucking missed elbow drop off of the fucking stage.
I'm pretty certain I figured out who Uncle Howdy is.
Who is it?
Shane McMahon.
Oh, God. Oh,
look at how he fell.
Oh, my God.
Look at how he fell,
That
dude.
would be so bad. I don't think so. I don't think
that would be awesome if Vince and Shane were these were the
it
fucking
was
people.
Me, bro. It was me all along. Oh,
I mean, let's face
Jesus.
facts, dude. Shane McMahon is the greatest
Do
wrestler
you
in the
think-
world.
Do you
I
think
mean,
you're in charge?
yeah. I'm telling you, dude, it makes a fucking lot of sense.
It makes it a lot more creepier though if it's Vince behind the Uncle Howdy mask saying to Alexa Bliss, "Do you really think you're in charge?"
Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, line 1. Louis C.K., line 2.
Oh,
we have
man.
Matt Lauer on line 3. Matt Lauer, line 3.
Jesus, I mean,
It's all bad, bro. It's all bad.
It made me. I mean, there were so many other ways you could go about Bray's first match back, and that's just the first off, when it starts off with Mountain Dew, you just you stop it right there. When you're sitting in a production meeting and or a writer's meeting, and the first thing that pops in your head is, "Oh, Mountain Dew pitch black." No. Just no.
You know what I would have rather...
It's going to be a fluorescent horror show.
You know what I would have rather seen? Okay? Now, this is just me. A lot of people don't even like this match, but I think that it's way more creative than what they did. Why can't they do a Jake Roberts fucking Rick Martel blindfold match? Pitch black. You got the thing over the
bag
head.
over the head,
You
yep.
got to fucking reach around. You can't, and then you could turn all the lights out. Still have the spotlight,
Yep.
but it's just them in the ring, and they're trying to fucking figure it out. And
Yep.
the crowd pops to like let him know where he is and shit.
And Bray can literally not be touched by it. Put the bag over his head, it doesn't matter.
He still knows exactly where he is. He
Yeah.
just walks right towards him. LA Knight can't figure it out. Thinks that he has the bag off. LA Knight rips the bag off of his own head and is like, fuck this guy. But Bray Wyatt still has the bag on, and he's completely disheveled by such a situation. Tries to jet out of the arena. Uncle Howdy's at the top of the steps as he tries to leave. He comes back down, tries to go a different direction. Boom, at the top of those steps is another character. He fucking runs back down, Bray's in the ring. And they
Mandible
fucking
Claw,
go to a
Sister
finish.
Abigail,
Whatever.
done.
See you later. I just booked that whole shit, and that fucking thing would have been 1,000,000 times better.
I think either one of our ideas right there 1,000,000 times better than
Fucking
what
stupid,
that fucking
dude.
happened.
It's just like how can somebody so creative, okay, be so stupid at the same time? No, I'm not saying nothing about the guy. Like maybe he listen. There was probably extra dollars. In
I
it
guarantee
for
you
him.
that he didn't want Mountain Dew in the title of his match.
Yeah, I mean, but like, why can't you give it to somebody else?
Yeah, you want to do a Mountain Dew pitch black match? It's going to be all fluorescent and shit. I think there's plenty of wrestlers that could do fluorescent.
Bring back
shit.
Naomi.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect spot to bring back Naomi.
Right. I mean, there's just so it was so bad. It was so hokey. That's the problem. It's so hokey, and if you want to be taken serious as this mysterious character, you can't be hokey.
It's not even, dude. It's done for me.
Yeah.
like like the Fiend ruined it for me with him. Okay, and then upon his return, I was very excited because there were a lot of things that I really liked about his return. Now, he has not wrestled. So, it's been a slow burn, and at times too slow. And then we finally start getting somewhere, and I'm like, okay, a Mountain Dew pitch black match. They gotta fucking do something dope. It's gotta be dope. Bray's mind is like too fucking smart. And then whatever fucking, half a Momo fucking came up with this idea and actually pitched it, and they were like, oh yeah, that sounds great. In what world does that sound great for Bray Wyatt?
I mean,
you
trips,
could do
seriously, 60 G's, baby. Fucking each.
Bro, book your shit.
Let us just we'll just
listen,
do it for
dude.
Bray. It's fine.
Listen, dude. I'll book for free. I'm not even kidding. I'll fucking book for free
Because it could be so much better for Bray.
because I want to see a better wrestling product.
Yeah.
I can save your company a ton of money Get rid of some of the writers that you have, and I will fucking come in and I will book your shit.
Well,
and
fine,
I will
just
book...
60 G's for me then.
Yeah, fine. I don't give a fuck. Whatever, dude. Like, I don't even need to come in. I can literally book your shit from my house.
Yeah.
I don't even need to leave the privacy of my own home. You don't need to fly me out. I mean, listen, you can. You can fly me out. I'll go to the shows. I'll fucking interact with people, but I really don't need to. All I need to do is talk to you. That is the only person who I need to talk to. Vince had a really good relationship with a couple of people. Jim Cornette, Vince Russo, unfortunately. And, at certain times, there was a mix of other people involved in that. Pat Patterson or fucking, whoever. Whoever was involved at the time in the creative meetings. I could be that guy for you. I'm not saying that I know more than these other people, but I'm going to take a different perspective on things, buddy? Triple H. I mean, hey, Tony Khan, I know that I've run my mouth about you. I don't think you're a bad guy. I just think that you're a little inept to fucking book wrestling. You have some of the shittiest finishes I've ever seen. But we'll get to you. We'll get to you in a minute, okay? But let's stick with the Rumble. So we have the pitch black match. I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest with you, because I'm so disgusted.
Yeah, I don't even care about what happened in the match. I don't care about the end. It's not.
Bray Wyatt, for me, is not appointment television right now.
Yeah, listen, I know you're done with him. He's like extremely thin ice for me. I was more than excited for him to come back, and then it's just the pitch black match is the thing that is...
Bro, it's just the Fiend. It's the Fiend all over again. Fire, brimstone, people jumping from fucking weird places. You got the fucking... Now you got the fucking Playhouse back.
Yeah.
We've already seen this.
I thought it was deeper than this.
I thought that there was like a bigger story.
So
whatever. Anyway. So then, Women's Rumble obviously was excellent. I mean, the surprises were great. Asuka... coming now. No one really knows if it's Asuka or because that character that she's portraying right now is the Kana character that she used to portray.
Right.
And with the blue mist and like the whole shit. By the way, the finish for the fucking Rumble match was tremendous.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking tremendous. And I didn't think... I was like, this is going to go really bad.
As soon as they got outside of the ropes like that...
All three of them got out there, and I went, this is all bad.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to do... I thought that she was going to do, like, a suplex spot where she Liv Morgan, got the mist. And then I thought she was either going to suplex Asuka or Liv Morgan into the other one. On the apron, and then obviously the two of them would fall off and she'd like hang onto the ropes, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I like the visual of her hanging and like really struggling to fucking get back up, and I like the visual of Liv Morgan getting sprayed and then the blindness angle, like, oh, I don't know where the fuck she is.
Right.
And then the head scissors was fucking perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan, man. Not enough credit given.
I do have to say, when she was in the final three and they went outside the ropes, I was like, she's going to be the one that fucks this up somehow. She's going to be the one that botches it.
Nope.
But hey, good for her.
No
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it made Ripley's victory that much more special. That it went off without a hitch.
Yep. I have a question. Where was Lacey Evans?
She was in the Rumble. She did the Cobra Clutch to eliminate somebody.
I know. I can't believe that they put her in the Rumble after what she did.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that they gave her Slaughter's Cobra Clutch.
Oh yeah, I guess is he not happy? I think I heard something that he's like not happy that she's like disrespecting.
I wouldn't be if I was him.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of fucking strange. I mean, I like Slaughter, man. I especially old school Slaughter when he first started applying the Cobra Clutch to people.
He was brutal.
Oh my god, dude! The demonstration of the Cobra Clutch in Mid Atlantic, dude, when he grabbed that fucking job guy and was ragdolling him by the fucking neck, and that was something to fucking see, bro, because that's a different type of fucking thing. But I think that what else was on the? I'm trying to think of what else was on the show. Oh, Alexa Bliss. What a shit show that was.
Forgettable, very forgettable.
Why just go 7 minutes, nothing happens, and that's that. You play a creepy video, and no one cares.
No one cares. No one cares. Just be done with it at this point. You know, the Uncle Howdy thing brought a little bit of intrigue back to Alexa Bliss, but I mean, at this point, if you can't capture the magic again, they just have to move on from her, you know?
I mean, listen, obviously Bianca Belair is the more talented of the two.
And
not taking anything away from Alexa Bliss. I think Alexa Bliss is really talented, but...
And I really thought that she would make the most sense for Rhea Ripley to be the WrestleMania main event there.
But they've already done that.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
In NXT. So, like, it's time to...
It's also Charlotte.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I know what's going to happen with that, though, and I think Rousey is going to get involved and cost Charlotte the title, and then her and Rousey are going to go work a program.
I mean, at this point, if you don't put the title on Rhea Ripley...
No, you got to do it, dude. I mean, she's half wrestling dudes. I mean, what other woman is as dominant as she is?
No, there's not a single one.
It's not even close.
They can't even say that Charlotte is, because Charlotte doesn't tangle with men.
Ever.
Well,
all that plastic surgery.
Yeah, something would break.
And I like Charlotte, dude. I think she's fucking uber talented. But like how they did like the title thing, like what the
really
fuck,
didn't make any
bro?
sense.
Like, it's so clear that like somebody has a hard on for Charlotte Flair, who's writing the story. Like she comes back after a long layoff, and then all of a sudden, boom, she gets a pop. Everyone knew she was gonna win the title as soon as she came back.
Very Hogan-esque, you know. But you know, Rhea Ripley should win the title at WrestleMania, and then she should either be the leader of the Judgment Day at that point, or she should break away from the Judgment Day. She doesn't need them.
Oh, I think the Judgment Day is totally breaking apart.
There's no point to it. Just drag Dominic along with you.
Yeah, I like them together.
I think it definitely adds a dynamic to him that makes him this snivelly little heel, which is great.
I like the prison thing. I think it's fucking hysterical.
Hilarious, yeah.
You know? You don't know what it's like being locked up on the inside. We would shave somebody like USA. I'm like, they're like, you were in jail for 3 hours. When I was locked down in my cell, I fucking love it.
Changes you.
Yeah, I fucking love it, dude. I love it.
She is definitely the breakout star of that group, and she doesn't really need them. You know,
I like Damian Priest, man. I do. A lot of people. He reminds me of he's like a really good mid-carder. Mm-hmm. He can wrestle with anybody and have a very, very passable match, but is he a big star?
Right.
He kind of falls into like that Baron Corbin area for me. Mm-hmm. Baron Corbin, say what you want about the guy, he can fucking wrestle. Mm-hmm. That fucking dude is hella talented. Mm-hmm. His gimmick sucks. If you're gonna do the thing with JBL, fine, you want to do the money thing, like dress in a fucking suit.
Right.
Dress like you have money. Don't dress like a fucking half a Momo who, you know, he looks like fucking Mr. Papa Giorgio from fucking Vegas Vacation. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's just stupid. Like, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But he falls into that fucking same category for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he can get above a mid-card status. Mm-hmm. You know, not saying that he doesn't have the talent to. It's just I don't know if he can get above that. If he can break into that glass ceiling. You know what I mean? And honestly, like, I mean, Finn Balor's still fucking very credible. Mm-hmm. I mean, he fucking has tremendous matches. And he's playing third fiddle.
Yeah.
Fourth fiddle in that group, honestly.
Right.
I mean, because Dom and Rhea have the top.
It's 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Damian Priest is the third guy
Basically
because
the muscle. Yep.
he teams with fucking Dom
Yep.
and fucking throws people around.
And
And then Finn
wrestles singles matches and loses.
And Finn's the best guy in the group by far. But that goes to show how talented he actually is.
Yeah.
Is like he is so good that he knows that I can play fourth fiddle and still be.
The problem was Ed should have never been kicked out of Judgment Day. That's playing
Jesus
total
Christ.
revisionist history right there. And I understood it at the time where they're like, well, we need a face because Cody got injured, but then you turned Edge face and did one match with him.
And cut his hair.
And he cut his hair. Don't know why he cut his hair. He looked. His entrance was amazing with Judgment Day. I would watch that. I would watch that for years. His entrance, his whole stature, everything.
Yeah, I mean, he already has those like creepy goth style jackets,
Yeah.
and he brings an air of main event to that group.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're lacking right now. Is they're lacking that one thing to make them a main event group.
That's why they put Finn in there, but Finn has not been a main event type character since he got.
Well, because they haven't booked him as such. I mean,
Ever since he got injured when he won the Universal Championship.
which was not his fault.
Right. It was Seth's fault.
I mean, Seth's hurt a lot of people with that buckle bomb. I mean, he fucking almost killed Sting.
Yeah, he ended Sting's career. Sting hasn't come back from that.
Oh, no? Yeah,
No,
he
he
just
hasn't.
dives off of everything fucking high.
I don't know
He
what
plays
you're talking.
Sabu.
I don't know what you're talking about. If you're not in WWE, then you're not wrestling.
Oh,
clearly.
okay.
So
Clearly.
he ended Sting's career. That's what.
Well, I guess we should talk about the main event of the show now.
which was pretty forgettable, to be honest with you. The main event itself, the actual match itself.
The after shit was way longer than the actual
Yeah.
match was.
Which is
And
a shame because I thought with everything that was building up, it was
perfect time to turn it.
It was going to be a back and forth.
Slugfest.
Well, I thought it was going to be like a 15, 20-minute match. I thought that's what they had the potential to do. And it was done in 7, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
It wasn't that long.
And then they went 20 minutes with the beatdown afterwards.
My biggest problem... Okay, so... all right. I understood the Sami Zayn... Well, the Roman turn, really.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the image of it's the exact same copy and paste image of when Seth Rollins turned on the Shield as Sammy turning on Roman. Why are you turning you've been through this before. You handed a man a chair and then you turned your back on him. Shouldn't you have learned from your time in the Shield? You don't hand a man a chair and then turn your back on him?
You don't think that wasn't deliberate?
Oh, of course it was. I mean,
Everything is deliberate.
He had backup at this time. This time, so clearly he knew what was going to happen. And I thought, once again, brilliant work by Sammy, because he hits him, and he immediately turns and is like, "I know you have to kick the shit out of me now," and then that look on his face is, I'm going to now get my ass kicked. And I accept it. And I don't fault you for it. Mm-hmm. I know what you have to do. Just go ahead and do it.
The best part of it for me is Jay.
Yep.
That's the best part of it for me because that's where this whole thing started.
Mm-hmm.
Him showing his loyalty to Roman. That's where this whole fucking
being
thing
compelled
started.
Being compelled, kicking and screaming, showing his loyalty to Roman.
Correct. And Jay could be the breakout star of this whole fucking thing.
And for him to be dragged
Which one has the DUIs?
Jay, yeah.
Oh, well, he can't. I don't know if he's going to be the breakout star because he can't travel internationally. But,
So, to be brought into the bloodline, kicking and screaming because he's a hothead, all this, not wanting to acknowledge Roman Reigns, to be the one that stood against Sami Zayn being a part of the bloodline, and then to be the one that realizes what Roman was doing was wrong.
Yep.
And to stick up for Sami in his own way. After not wanting him to be a part of it. I mean, it's very smart, very well done. I just wish KO didn't have to be at the expense of it. You know?
And that's my problem with the whole thing, is that it was at the expense of a really credible guy who is a, for sure, main event player. I mean, you can't say that guy is not in the main event. He's a main event guy.
When he has laid out the entire bloodline, how do you have just a 7-minute match? It doesn't make sense.
Well...
And now apparently we're going to be getting Sami and Roman at Elimination Chamber.
In Montreal.
Right.
Which, if you can't smell what's going to happen there...
You saying The Rock's coming back?
The Montreal Screwjob.
But
you think I'm kidding?
What?
You think I'm kidding? I bet you that they'll do a Montreal Screwjob angle to get the title off of Roman.
You think so?
In Montreal at Elimination Chamber? Fuck yes, they will.
I don't see it. That also leaves a problem with the Elimination Chamber match.
No, it's for Theory's U.S. title.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dumb. Absolutely dumb. If the champion is not gonna fucking work on in the actual match, like, I just don't understand doing a secondary title in the Elimination Chamber. I mean, why go through all that when you should just be granted U.S. title matches?
Right.
Without having being locked in there with 6 other dudes.
Right.
Like, all right, I'll let you 6 fight it out, and then next night on Raw, I'm just gonna demand that Adam Pearce give me a fucking U.S. title match.
Right.
Like what the fuck?
It's ridiculous.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I could.
But if you do Roman Sammy, then the fans still get what they want.
Yeah. I would like Roman to drop a title.
Wow. But before Mania,
Cody is already... Well, I mean, it can only be to Sami. It can only be to Sami. Because, this is the guy that is basically breaking up the bloodline. Not intentionally, but he's the one that's breaking up the bloodline. He's the one that Roman should have never trusted to begin with. All that, and it would make sense for him to get... So he's so hot right now. If he's ever going to win a world championship, now is the time.
Oh, no, they're not going to... I don't think that they put the world title
I could see them doing it as a transitional type of thing. Take a title off of Roman in a spot that makes sense. In a story that's been building for months.
So he loses the SmackDown title. Something happens where it's like a swerve thing. He loses the SmackDown title, wrestles Cody for the Raw title.
All disheveled, aggravated. The bloodline has disbanded at that point, and it's now just Cody versus
Sami.
No, it's Cody versus Roman. Because he's already basically made his decision. He's already called out Roman.
Yeah, the thing that I don't understand about that is he said, "You're not going to be the undisputed Universal Champion."
Yeah. So,
and I went, huh.
So
that means that he's gonna have both titles at WrestleMania, and you're gonna wrestle him for both belts. So Sami isn't winning shit,
right? And so that kind of that's why it would be a good little.
But that's why it's so smart if they do a title change to where he loses the SmackDown title,
right?
and he still has the Raw title, and Cody's going to be a Raw guy. He's not going to be a SmackDown guy. Sammy's obviously going to be on SmackDown. So, I mean, there you go. And then at the end of the day, dude, Sammy versus Cody that could be really interesting. When the smoke fucking finally clears of this whole thing, because Roman's taking time off. Like, he's
absolutely.
a part-timer now. He's going to fucking go do his thing.
I gotta say, well-deserved after this historic run he's been on.
I mean, bro, it's been the best fucking story maybe ever in wrestling.
Yeah.
You know? There's been very few stories that have been as impactful as this has. And it has been crafted just superbly. Like, you cannot craft a better story than what they have told.
And to anyone who wants to doubt that, you have four different championships that have been unified in this bloodline story, with the 2 tag team championships and the 2 world heavy. So 4 titles. I went 6 because of the amount of belts. But you have 4 championships that have been unified because of this story. That's been stretched out over years, and it showed Roman start off as just a cocky for no reason heel, and then earn the respect of the bloodline and earn
the tribal chief moniker.
and earn the fans acknowledgement,
because they respect him. At the end of the day, they'll boo him, but they respect the shit out of him. They will still
throw that finger up.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. I mean, listen, dude, the Usos are one of the best tag teams right now. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Very, very talented. Come from great genetics of people who know how to work. I mean, Solo is fucking really solid. I mean, just imagine if they added Jacob Fatu to the fucking mix. Like,
unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get a chance. So
it's too bad. But I mean, it's just so tailor-made so well that, like, I have faith that no matter what they do, they're not going to make a poor decision because they know what they're doing. I have full faith in that story.
Yeah, this is the most protected story they've had in a long time.
Oh, I don't think any writer touches that. I think that is done by Paul and Roman, and and that's it. Like, I think that level of input stops there. Like, I don't think that it gets outside of that. Like, hey, these are the guidelines of what we're gonna do, and that's all I'm telling you. Like, know that we're progressing the story, and I think that Roman and Paul Heyman have earned that faith. Because, like you said, I mean, Roman has started from nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it best, the Suffer and Succotash promo.
Yeah.
Like, he started as a job guy, essentially. And, I mean, say what you want about the dude, like, he's way better than The Rock in the ring. I mean, he's not better on the mic, I don't think, but it's a different time. I don't think The Rock could do what Roman does. But I also don't think that Roman could do what The Rock did.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, it's just a different time now. But I think Paul is the architect of this whole fucking thing, and it's clear that this is, like, his baby.
Yeah.
Like, here you go, take, this is, the world is your oyster with this. Like, you just make sure that this runs clear, and I'm sure Roman's like, yeah, Paul, whatever you want to do, bro.
Anybody who at this point can't look at Paul Heyman and look at him as a contender, like top contender, arguably the greatest manager of all time, I think you're a fool if you can't see that. You know?
I mean,
well, there's still people out there that say, well, not even top 5. Bobby Heenan first, but he'd never be a Bobby. Oh, I'm sorry, but look at the men he's managed and look at the careers who wouldn't have been as successful without him.
Yeah, I mean, his influence on the business alone I mean, he has rewritten the book on what a manager or a valet should be. Anybody aspiring to do wrestling, you know what I mean, who doesn't, maybe you don't have the genetics to, to be a big star, learn how to fucking talk, man, because you can still be vital in the fucking wrestling business and not have to be physical at all, because you can get a couple of guys and you can guide their career, and if they listen, it could be instrumental for everyone involved. And the thing is that Paul is not coming at it from a place of selfishness. He's not the first guy that you see on screen. Like, he's in the background.
Yeah.
He's not front and center. And how does he takes the mic? Yes, my tribal chief. Like, he knows his character so well and what he needs to be to make this whole fucking thing work.
Well, and so, I mean, you can look at who he's managed over the years.
Brock, CM Punk,
Right.
Brock. Fucking.
So, but I mean, he's taken different approaches with each one.
Yeah.
Brock, he was front and center because Brock was supposed to stand there, look scary, and flex his muscles whenever Paul Heyman stood. He was the circus conductor to the animal, the beast, Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
CM Punk. He wasn't in the background, but he wasn't in the forefront either. They were friends. They worked together. They were colleagues.
Yeah.
And then with Roman, he is subservient to Roman, 100%. He is the wise man. He is there to accentuate what Roman is there to be and allow Roman to be himself. Provide the
guidance,
the foundation of what Roman needs to get across.
Yep.
And to be able to transform yourself like that, you're clearly putting yourself at the needs of your client.
And that, I mean, he's Brock Lesnar's business manager in real life. Like,
but he did the same thing with Curtis Axel. I mean, he did.
Listen, he takes guys under his wing who want to learn.
Yeah.
He sees something in somebody and he goes, I could do something with you.
Yeah.
I see something in you, kid. Like, and
but he knew, like, when he took Curtis Axel on, right? He was out front. Because he was the bigger name. So I'm going to be the bigger
credibility
name.
to
I'm
Curtis
going
Axel.
to mention your dad. I'm going to show that you can be the star that you need to be. And then it didn't work out. That was poor booking. It is what it is.
Well, you have them come up in a group nexus.
Yeah.
And it's all bad.
Right.
Not to quote Wade Barrett. I've got bad news.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I like that gimmick.
Yeah, Bad News Barrett was great.
I dig it. Yeah. I like that. Tough guy. Yeah. Big tough guy. He could have been in the Rumble. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. Why not to toss in Bad News Barrett?
Corey Graves. What's Corey Graves doing except banging Carmella?
Well, I mean, that's a lot, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's probably
good for him.
That's probably very taxing.
Well,
she seems like she has good cardio.
Well, yeah, she clearly keeps everything nice and tight. So
she seems lively.
Yeah,
she's very lively. She came back recently. That's fucking huge. The women's division is looking a fucking stacked in WWE.
If they use it right and they start to showcase
Chelsea Green with this Karen gimmick is gonna be fucking dope.
People were furious that she got eliminated as soon as she did.
It's perfect for this gimmick.
Well, completely perfect for this gimmick. And that's a fan. Again, these fans just don't know what they want.
No. Not only do they not know what they want, but they don't understand the intricacies of wrestling, of the wrestling business, because...
Not to say that we're right about everything either, but I mean, it's...
No, but I mean...
to hate on something like that.
We're also a lot older than the average wrestling fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've been watching wrestling a long fucking time, bro. A long time. Almost 40 years.
And I still consider myself a casual fan, but when you see the mistakes of the past, you try not to repeat them,
And you remember the mistakes of the past. They're glaring.
Glaring.
glaring mistakes. Like, I'm always going to remember the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
Oh, God.
As an absolute fucking mistake in professional wrestling. A great way to ruin the comeback of a guy that could have taken your business into the future.
Yeah.
And
it was almost like they could have avoided something like that if they remembered, like, the red lighting of, like, a certain, Fiend character.
And he just talked about it the day before the Royal Rumble with Ryan Satin. He was like, oh, yeah, as long as I don't have to wrestle in a red light, I'm cool. And I'm like...
But let's not, like, talk about that. Like, there's other ways they could have avoided that. Like, don't do hokey shit. Like, don't have, like, a monster character take out a giant, like, clown hammer. They could have avoided that. Just some examples that don't involve Bray Wyatt that, they keep fucking over Bray Wyatt.
It don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. But a lot of returns recently, WWE. That's very interesting. Normally the returns happen right after Mania, but it seems like they're trying to beef up the roster.
And I don't understand it. It's scary because they're not using that. I don't know what they're planning, but they don't have a ton of spots to use all of these people in.
Yeah, pretty inflated.
So it's just going to lead to more layoffs again, and that's just bad. That's a bad look for WWE.
Maybe.
It
depends on what talent they cut.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
Because, I mean, honestly, like, there's some talent that, would probably be better served maybe going to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Maybe they can revitalize their career going to AEW. Maybe some of the, I hate to say it, but maybe some of the guys who may not be the biggest in stature. WWE, regardless of what people may think, it is still a land of guys who are on the bigger side. I'm not saying that everyone needs to be Brock Lesnar. I'm not saying everyone should look like Bobby Lashley. I think that there should be guys of every size, shape, color, fucking teeth, no teeth, fucking gross, disgusting. Everyone should be in the mix. The problem is they don't know how to use the people that they have.
Yeah.
And these guys who are really talented, the prime years of their careers right now, and all of a sudden they're like not getting used.
Yeah.
Like it's bizarre, but it's happening in both companies.
Well, and the issue is when you do have those people who are larger in stature and size, and then you put someone who's of a smaller stature and size, it's not as believable if they were to win. It doesn't look as good.
I mean, it's super noticeable.
Right. So, yeah, maybe some of these guys going to AEW would be better.
I mean, listen, AEW, I'm not saying that they have...
they have Satnam Singh. What other massive human being do they have?
I mean, Wardlow's a fucking big dude.
Yeah, so you got two.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Even he's jacked, but he's not like towering over people.
No, no.
So,
but even still, like that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just height wise. I mean, just from width wise. Like, I mean, you got guys. And I get it, man. It's more athletic now.
Yep.
Guys more like the Logan Paul Ricochet style body. I get it. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. Like, I see that. The problem is when it comes right down to believability, like, do I believe that Tommaso Ciampa can beat up Roman Reigns?
Right.
No,
right.
I don't. So where does that put Tommaso Ciampa then? You know what I mean? As a very, very capable, solid, could be main eventer if used properly. But when you put him across from a guy like Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley or one of those guys, it looks vastly different.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can do about that. That'd take nothing away from Tommaso or Gargano or any of those guys. They can fucking wrestle. But AEW has that already built in.
Yeah.
Because all those guys are around that 225 mark.
Yeah, venue change might work out for guys like that. And then, you know what? You have an identity with each company.
Dude, think about what Dolph Ziggler could fucking do in AEW. Think about what Chad Gable could do in AEW.
Yeah.
Chad Gable would go over there and fucking be tearing the fucking house down every night against everybody because he would be given the opportunity to work.
You're right.
You know? And even on both rosters, dude, I would, if say that we walked in today, I would say, give me a list of every single person on your roster. That would be the first thing that I would say in either company. Just give me a list of your roster. And I would look at the roster and I would go, okay, some people are going to be really upset.
Yeah.
But fact is, there's a lot of people that I wouldn't fucking keep.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't keep them. Like, why? Why keep them? Why is Jinder Mahal in fucking NXT?
No clue.
To help out these Indusher guys? They don't need help. They're fucking two giant human beings.
Not only do they not need help, but what help can he really provide when his claim to fame was being a jobber who got roided up and got a shot because they were trying to sell to India?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the methodology behind that. The New Day going to NXT, I get it.
Yeah.
Competent, credible workers going down there working with the young kids.
And also can't hack it on the main roster against the Bloodline.
Yeah, well, not only not against the Bloodline, but like look at the other teams that are there right now.
But when they left, like the main thing was they kept going after the Bloodline, and they couldn't stop them from taking their, historic reign.
Yeah.
So
what do you do?
What do you do?
What's next for them? You know what I mean?
You've lost them so many times now.
Yeah, I mean,
go?
Definitely a venue change was the right fucking move for them for sure.
Yeah.
I like Pretty Deadly a lot. Like, I think that they're going to be a really good tag team on the main roster because they're good hands. Like, they understand that this is professional wrestling, and they are. It's the same reason why I like 2.0. They're competent fucking hands who know how to work. That's what I want to see in tag team wrestling. I don't need guys to go out there and do fucking crazy high spots. I need you to go out there and be a team.
Yeah.
Because if you go out there and be a team, you're gonna make the other team look good.
Yeah.
Just by default, because you look good as a team. And that's the beauty of tag team wrestling. Like, I've seen so many tag team matches where one tag team has been extremely competent and the other tag team has been the absolute drizzling shits. And the competent team has made the drizzling shit team look like $1 million. For no other reason than these guys are just like a good team, and it's just by de facto. But, like, think about a guy like Luchasaurus going back to WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did the NXT fucking Tough Enough thing, and didn't make it. But think about a guy like that going back, all jacked up the way that he is.
Now that he has experience and he's been in front of these larger crowds.
Cody said it best during that video package. He said, I needed to go out on excursion and fucking figure it out. And when I came back, I was coming back to win the whole fucking thing. And it's a great story.
Yep.
I'm doing the thing that my dad couldn't do.
Yep.
What a fucking great story, dude. And it's legendary. The problem is Dustin. Dustin needs to be there at WrestleMania when he wins the title. And I just don't know if he's going to be allowed to do that. And honestly, I think that it would be wise for Tony Khan to let maybe some of his closest friends be there. Ricky Starks. I mean, Starks was already at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was backstage at the Rumble. Everyone's got fucking pictures and video of him. I'm like, man, you rat motherfuckers. Like, you can't.
You really
like,
gotta just not.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
That's the world we live in today.
But, like, he wasn't shown on camera, so,
Right.
like, what can Tony Khan say? I mean, really, he's great friends with Cody. Like, it is what it is.
Somebody took a picture of you somewhere. I mean, really, that's
Whatever, dude. It is what it is. But I think that there's a lot of opportunity for, like, guys to maybe go out on excursion and, maybe they find their value. Luchasaurus, I think, is one of those guys. Like, he is very competent in the ring. And he is very skilled and clearly athletic. I mean, that guy does shit that's fucking ridiculous.
And he has shown his range in character. He can.
And it's dumb. It's a dumb character.
Right.
And it still works.
But aside from the dumb character, the fact that he can transition from heel to face with it,
Right.
is an important, skill to be
Yeah.
able to show that, you're this big guy, you're this massive guy, but you can work face if you need to. You can work heel. You can be flexible.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that versatility would work great in WWE for a guy that size because he can work with multiple different people. Like, he can work that lucha style, no problem. Like, and he can also work that I'm gonna fucking chokeslam you through, through the ring.
Right.
Like, it's very, it's very smart. That he took that dinosaur character, but without Jungle Boy, the dinosaur character kind of falls on deaf ears. Like it doesn't work. Like even Jungle Boy doesn't work. Like I would rather him just be Jack Perry. Like that makes more sense.
Right.
Like what the fuck is a Jungle Boy?
If
like,
you're just by yourself.
Yeah, like
literally not doing any of the Jungle Boy stuff anymore.
Like, and why give him promo time?
I don't know.
Why ever stick a microphone in his face? He's not comfortable.
It made sense when Christian was constantly going after him, but now?
Yeah, but even then, like, he was clearly fucking outmatched on the microphone. I mean, Christian was decimating him.
But for him to get a microphone and kind of be like, don't talk about my dad.
Yeah.
You know, like, it got him sympathy, you know?
Christian is a fucking heat-seeking missile, boy.
Savage.
He has got some great lines. But Austin Gunn, I will say Austin Gunn had the line of the night last night on AEW. 2 nights ago, I'm sorry. 2 nights ago on Dynamite when he told Billy Gunn, you should go drown your sorrows in the bottom of a bottle of pills like you used to do.
Talking about
I fucking almost lost my mind.
a heat-seeking missile
I said,
on that one.
whoa, what a shoot that is, bro.
And you gotta think, like that, you can't do that to your family without having a conversation.
Oh,
about
no.
it first.
That was, I'm sure that Austin Gunn
But
was
the
like, I don't
look-
want to say that.
The look on Billy Gunn's face, man, he looked like, I am still capable of kicking your ass in real life. Like
You think he's on the gas? Bro, come on. I mean, that guy is clearly doing something. I mean, he's like fucking 60 years old,
probably
dude.
just eating raw liver and shit, you know? Like, he's probably just...
No, I'm not saying. I honestly don't know. He's always had a great body, so like I really
raw
don't.
liver, it's fine. Yeah.
Whatever, dude. What's that guy? Liver King?
Liver King,
Yeah,
yeah.
you fucking idiot. What a fucking dummy. But yeah, I mean, the ending of the Rumble was what it was. I mean, you saw the writing on the wall. Everyone knew it was eventually going to happen. It made more sense now that Rock didn't show,
Yep.
and
we'll see where the lead-up brings us. But that kind of brings us to AEW.
Yeah.
And all the shit that's been going on there.
oh yeah,
The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that I really feel like MJF is getting lost with this belt on him.
he doesn't. Why have a belt?
He
doesn't show up on television.
Right. That's the thing. If you're going to have him go out there and cut a promo or at least, do the thing where he's like going to pay off people to hurt Bryan Daniels, like whatever, sure. But he's doing nothing and he's not elevating the title. It sucks, but he's really got the, Dusty Rhodes thing where he looks better chasing the title. It's hurting his stock significantly, I think.
I mean, the desperate heel is the character that he needs to be. Yeah. Or he needs to be a total babyface. Mm-hmm. Because he can really be a total babyface. Like, he knows how to turn it up. But him as a heel is just so effective. I mean, he is special.
But this is an opportunity here to have somebody step up as a, strong face administration type of role. And whenever MJF comes out, hey, you're not going to talk down about our boss. You're not going to do that. You're defending your title tonight against this person and let him snivelly heel work his way out of it.
Or find some sort of loophole.
Right.
Or
different person that you paid off.
It still
getting
keeps him
disqualified.
relevant. Right, whatever.
Something.
Taking a count out, getting in the ring and immediately rolling out, taking a count, just walking right back up
People
the ramp.
will eat that shit up.
Bro, they'll boo him out of the building.
Yeah. And literally, like, you get in the ring, do the announcements and stuff, you go to square up, you go to do the collar and elbow tie up, roll out of the ring, walk away. I'm not defending my title in front of you fucking people.
You didn't pay to see me. You have to pay on pay-per-view to see me defend my championship. And dude, I mean, listen, Tony Khan, 60G. I'm taking the money from you, motherfucker. don't fucking get it twisted. I like Triple H, bro. But like, I'll write your shit, man. Like, I get it. You want to be in control and be the booker, but you have the shittiest finishes. Mm-hmm. I don't understand where you come up with these finishes. Let me just explain something to you, okay? Jon Moxley. Okay, I need to fucking clarify something. I made a faux pas on the Pro Wrestling 300 podcast.
Which we have to talk about that.
Yeah, we have to talk about that. We'll talk about that at the end of the show. But on the Pro Wrestling 300, it's a 5-minute, kind of like a video overview of the show. And I covered AEW Dynamite last night, and I had said something that Jon Moxley, 2 nights ago, that Jon Moxley may have been busted open the hard way. Apparently, I must have missed the camera angle where he was very clearly blading over his eyebrow, blatantly.
So lazy to do that.
Like, not even putting his face on the mat and dragging the blade across. Like,
just sitting there and he's digging the blade into his head. I mean,
you might as well just take a fucking blade and just start just popping yourself. Like,
all you have to do is not go to that camera angle. Just don't go to that angle.
God almighty.
Don't.
It's the same problem that they've had since they started, though. The close-up camera angle, because they want to get close to the action. You hear them calling spots. There's just so many things that can go wrong. That's why WWE stays on the hard cam most times. Yeah. And then when they do get close, like,
they have gotten close in bad spots, and they're calling out spots to each other, and it's clear, especially, you go to the Survivor Series, the War Games match. Mm-hmm. Like, there was just spots called out left and right.
Yeah, it was bad. Totally bad.
Really bad.
But AEW, man, they have consistent matches. Mm-hmm. Consistent, dude. The shows that they put on are really good. Even the B and C shows, just online, are solid. Mm-hmm. They're extremely solid. The commentary is excellent. Mm-hmm. It's hysterical, super funny. Taz is laughing like a goon. Like, it's great. Yeah. So, and the wrestling is tremendous generally. It's the finishes.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched Jon Moxley fucking get hit with every move in Hangman's arsenal. Tombstone pile drivers, dead eyes, fucking the buckshot lariat, fucking everything that you could think of, he hit this guy with. And then they go to a spot, and what happens? Hangman gets motherfucking rolled up in a motherfucking, like, half-ass small package for the 3. And I just went, I don't fucking understand.
Yeah, I don't know when he turned into the invincible Jon Moxley, but and it's not just him, it's everybody. Everybody's invincible on that show. No finisher has any sort of quality.
Except for Bryan Danielson. And Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston is great.
Well, that's because I'm pretty sure Eddie Kingston would fuck up anybody that decided to kick out of his finish. So...
No. What I was saying is, like, he has, like, no problem, like, putting somebody over, like, making sure that their finish is, like...
Oh, I hear what you're saying. But also, people don't turn the kick out of his finish because
well, he'll just fucking... He just smacks you so hard with that fucking back fist, bro. Yeah. Which he doesn't really use a lot anymore.
Which is good, too, that he's not using it as much.
No, I like when he uses that, but he's like a heel now. I guess he's like going to be with House of Black, so I don't know why they're doing that, but that's a story for another time. I mean, I gotta say, man, they have, like I said, consistent good shows with shit finish.
Yep.
I just don't understand it, and like how do you have Jade Cargill wrestling tomato cans every week?
I don't know. Their female roster is not nearly as deep as it needs to be. And you're just putting your top women at risk when you're putting them in the ring with people who can't wrestle. You know?
I take nothing away from Red Velvet. I shouldn't call her a tomato can, but she's pretty much a tomato can.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because I think that she's talented, but again, we come to a size issue where her leg, Jade Cargill's leg, is longer than Red Velvet's entire body. Mm-hmm. Like her leg is the size of this woman's body.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, it's not gonna. There's no fucking way that that's gonna happen. Like, she's just too athletic.
But I mean that's been since the beginning of AEW. When you make Riho your women's champion.
Yeah, she weighing 98 pounds. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Literally,
and she's beating Nyla Rose. Yeah. I'm like, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Nyla Rose is murdering this poor girl.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if, like, the fantasy booking that Tony Khan did previous to AEW, like, if he's, like, has, like, all these finishes in his head and, like, he's just playing them out on screen, but they're bad.
They're really bad.
They're bad. And just
no
don't
psychology behind them. It's just not believable. And again, when you end the match and you're scratching your head, you know, it's like, why did I watch this?
You should be popping at the end of every match. There should be a pop.
And that's the thing is a lot of these finishes, because of the way they finish, the crowd, they're on their hands. They're sitting on their hands, and then the match finishes. It's like, oh, all right, hey, you won.
Yeah, it's like what is that fucking what is that clap called?
The golf clap.
No. It's called something else. It's a golf clap, but it's like it's a fucking not celebrated clap. It's something like that. It's
I have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, it's really bad when
compensatory clap.
Oh sure, I'll take it. Compensatory clap. Yeah.
Is that what? That's not what I was thinking of, but that works though. Yeah, that works. Compensatory clap.
That's a like a 3-point word right
Sounds
there.
like an STD.
Compensatory clap.
Sounds like something you get from sleeping with the vice president. Anyway. Gavin Newsom, does it burn, bro? Oh shit! Probably get shut down for that. Fuck it. I don't care. But yeah, AEW's the shits, man. Like I just don't understand the finishes, and I love the shows. I honestly do.
They're getting better, but you have gold in some of these people, and you're not utilizing it.
Well, you're not showcasing the right people, neither. Right. You're showcasing the wrong fucking people.
Again, we were talking about this before the show, but how the fuck do you justify taking the title off of Darby Allin and putting it on Joe again, just to have Wardlow come out and destroy Joe?
Yeah, I don't really understand.
When Joe smoked Wardlow.
Yeah, he beat Wardlow up pretty good and then cut his hair.
Yeah.
And now Wardlow, I didn't think the haircut was going to bother me as much as it did, but even not having that hair that he can pull the ponytail out.
Yeah, ponytail, that little tiny ponytail.
Yeah, but when he pulls it out before the Powerbomb Symphony, like, that's a really cool visual. So, like, I don't know if I really like the hair choice. I mean, it's more professional, but this is a wrestling business, bro. Like,
you're not trying to be professional.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, where's Keith Lee?
Don't know where Keith Lee has been.
He just disappeared. See you later. Swerve is with these two fucking clowns, fucking Parker and Tretch.
And getting lost in the shuffle because people don't know how to shut their mouths.
Dude, why is Swerve wrestling Dustin Rhodes?
They needed something to do with Dustin. They needed something for Dustin to do.
What? But Swerve? Bro, have him work with a young talent. Swerve is an established guy. Let Swerve try to get these two other fucking momos over, who are never gonna get over.
That's-
They don't have a chance in hell of getting over, because if they were gonna get over, it would have already happened.
That to me is a situation where Dustin probably has at least a little bit of pull in the company. He's like, hey, I'd like to work Swerve. Okay, let's make it work.
I'm fucking sure a lot of people would like to work Swerve because he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's excellent in the ring.
But Dustin is heading towards the end of his career here, so he's probably like, hey,
Bro, I'm shocked he's still wrestling.
yeah. But, I mean, that's what I'm saying. He probably comes over to TK. He's like, hey, I'd like to work Swerve. I think we could do some good things. He goes, oh, sure, buddy. Anything for you, Dustin. You're a Rhodes.
Now tonight, you know what I have to see? Christopher Daniels. The fucking guy, why am I gonna watch Christopher Daniels against Roosh? Roosh is going to hurt Christopher Daniels even worse than he's already been hurt. Not good, bro. Not good. I just don't understand. It's just nonsensical sometimes.
And there's no story to it. It's just like one thing. It just happens. Like,
Homie, when's the last time Christopher Daniels wrestled on television? He's an agent backstage.
Yeah.
Let him be an agent.
Yeah.
You have 1,000,005 guys on the roster who are young, hungry, and want to work. I'm sure that one of them will be more than happy to take an ass kicking from Roosh. Because that's what's going to happen to Christopher Daniels. He's going to get the shit kicked out of him by Roosh. And it's like, I don't want to see Christopher Daniels like that. I just don't want to see him like that.
Now, AEW, the thing that's missing for me, aside from the fact that booking is the drizzling shits, AEW's been around for what, 3-4 years now?
Yeah.
Okay. What's their big show?
I mean, All Out?
Why is that their big show?
Because
their first show?
Well, All In was the first show,
Right.
So then All Out, when they became AEW,
Yeah.
was like their flagship show.
But like, what's special about it? Like that's my problem.
Yeah,
They don't have any shows that it's like, hey, we're doing this special thing, and like this is the point of this show. Like this is going to be our big show of the year. So
Yeah, like even Impact Wrestling has like Slammiversary.
right.
Like where does AEW like Revolution? No, that's not really like a
So like every single pay-per-view is
Fight for the Fallen,
every single pay-per-view is
Fighter Fest.
No, yeah, see, right? That's what I'm saying. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Every single pay-per-view is just
St.
like
Patrick's Day Slam.
but
Fucking stupid.
every single pay-per-view is like, well, here's another AEW pay-per-view. We're gonna give you matches. The championship will be defended, and so will our other 30 championships will be defended.
And
we're gonna have
ROH
95 matches on the show.
Yeah.
85 of them are gonna end in a roll-up. You're gonna see 8,572 finishes.
Fucking terrible, dude. Terrible.
It's
It's
just-
all fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
And again,
60
the
G's
wrestling's,
each.
the wrestling's really good. And it's made an improvement. There's a lot less botches, and there's some avoidable things that you can just do with camera work, just simple camera work. But you're booking yourself into a corner with this fantasy booking. You need credible stories, and you're just like, why are the Acclaimed going to wrestle Gun Club again? I just don't.
Let me ask you a question. And I'm being totally fucking serious when I say that. And people, please feel free to reach out in the comments. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts as well. Do you know of any current story going on in AEW? I mean, because Danielson versus MJF isn't really a story.
No.
It's just he has to go through this insane... It's like Festivus. It's the feats of strength. Like, he's going to go through the feats of strength to get to MJF, but it's the same story that's been played out a million times.
Say, which Wardlow had to go through.
Right.
So, no, other than that, no.
Name me a story in that company. You can't.
Because Jericho had to do the same thing with MJF.
There's no story.
There's no story. There's no stories. You wrestle because
It's an indie show.
yeah.
It's an indie wrestling show. You just show up and, hey, you're booked, okay?
It just
Like, what the fuck?
they're not gonna elevate until
They understand that piece of it.
that and you need to give the fans something to look forward to. You need to give.
You can't do everything free on TV.
Well, yeah, but also like I said, the big main event. WWE has the big four.
Yeah. What and the names for AEW are just none of them ring.
They don't stick out.
None of them ring big show.
They don't stick out at all.
They don't ring big show.
All
I mean, all out. Yeah, I'd like to be all out.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
It's definitely not all in anymore. Like all out.
Yeah,
Like head for the fucking doors.
real, bro.
Head for the fucking doors.
Yeah, it's too bad. Did you say that you wanted to talk about this Pro Wrestling 300
yeah,
thing
well,
before we finished up? I mean,
before-
we're fucking an hour and 35
Yeah.
minutes in.
No,
so
we can.
we should probably fucking wrap this up for tonight.
Yeah, want to discuss a little bit about why this week we've done this new thing with Pro Wrestling 300. This is your brainchild, Tatum. So, I just want to get like your thoughts here. Why, like, what purpose did you want to do the Pro Wrestling 300?
Well, so, I was looking at it, and, I like to watch reviews of the shows, even though I watch the shows, because I'm curious to hear what other people in the wrestling community think, even though I disagree with them most times. I have some credible people who I like to watch, and they give a pretty good insight on what's going on. Lately, I haven't been such a fan, but that's here nor there. But I thought that they could be done in a little bit more of a faster delivery. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, fucking like a 5-minute fucking video would be kind of cool. Like, get the information out to people in a fucking quick fashion, bang. And, I started playing around with things, and I was playing around with names with you, and I was like, oh yeah, this fucking Pro Wrestling 300, and you seemed intrigued, and I kind of explained it a little more, and you're like, oh yeah, that's kind of good. And then, here we are. We're fucking 3 episodes in.
Yeah, and the reason why it clicked for me when you said Pro Wrestling 300, you pitched it to me. The reason why that stuck with me is because I don't have the time to sit through an episode. I can't stay awake that long anymore. I got little kids that run me ragged. And I can't stay awake for a whole show. But when I've gone and I've seen like reviews online, you'll go to like read a review. I don't feel like sitting there and reading through an entire match or multiple matches. And whenever you watch these review shows, it's always these flashy things. We have to get to like 10, 15 minutes to be monetized, and they throw in these little gimmicky things. It's like, just tell me about the matches. Were they good? Were they bad? I don't want a star. I don't want a number system. I don't want thumbs up, thumbs down. Just tell me
what I need to know.
Tell me what I need to see. What do I need to see?
What's good, what's not.
And I think that through the first 3 episodes, you've provided that your opinion of, hey, you know what? This is just a waste of your time. Don't watch this. Here, you should check this out. There's some pretty good shit in this match. I didn't actually like this match, but here's a few spots that you might want to take a look at. I gotta ask you, what's it like breaking down a 3-hour show into a 5-minute recap?
If the hot smoke didn't give me enough cotton mouth, I got the dry mouth going on, I'll tell you what, banging out that 5-minute rapid fire like that, I have a lot more respect for that Micro Machines guy from when I was a kid. I don't know if you remember that guy.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
That fucking guy had he was on some different shit, bro. He whatever meth Heisenberg shit he had, like, he was on point. Yeah. But it's fascinating because I actually enjoy the 5-minute delivery system because it feels like pressure. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching a countdown And like, you know, I got 2 matches left to describe, and I'm like, oh fuck, like I better fucking move my ass.
Yeah.
And you know, some things get more attention than others, but I think that that's not because I think that the thing was shit, but I didn't think there was anything noteworthy in it. You know what I mean? The things that I find noteworthy, I try to highlight because I think that wrestling fans want to know the information that they want to know. Like, and I want to give it to them in the quickest possible time because I would want it in the quickest possible time. I'm like you, bro. I don't got 15 minutes to sit there and for you to fucking tell me about every nook and cranny of fucking what happened. Not only that, but I'm doing other shit. I ain't got time to watch your video that accompanies all the things that you're talking about. With this Pro Wrestling 300 thing, with this whole good villain thing, we don't want you to get bogged down with the video portion of it. Could we add a video portion of it? Of course we could. But we don't want to, because why should you have to see when your job is to listen? We're here to provide you with sultry tones. Like Danny said. Fucking Danny trying to put me over on the fucking Instagram page. Fucking sultry tones. What a fucking douchebag, let me tell you. But Danny, you know what? I gotta give props to Danny because he's fucking on top of that, Rose. He's fucking right on top of that shit.
I mean, we care about your time out there, too. We don't want to waste your time with 15 minutes. And we're not trying to sell you shit. So
I'm not just... Listen, it's not for profit.
Yeah.
There's no ads accompanied to what we fucking do.
We care about you. We hope that you're listening. You hear what's worth it. You figure out what's not. And hey, you know what? You watch it on your own. You think that something was worth it? Let us hear about it.
Yeah, comment on the fucking video. I want you to tell me, I think your opinion sucks. And then Danny will respond to you, probably something really nice. While that will not be what I told Danny to type, but Danny will respond to you with something nice. Probably a much more professional version of what actually I told him to type, because that's the type of dude that fucking Danny is. Danny's giving me the fucking thumbs up. What a douche. Fuck you, Danny. But yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I like the 5-minute videos because it's rapid fire, and I apologize for this week's episodes. It's been a work in progress.
It's only going to improve.
I'm not big into fucking editing. Like, we don't want to edit things afterwards because it's not real life. Yeah. Like, listen, mistakes happen, things fucking happen, and you know what? Editing is just a fucking horror show. It's not that we don't want to put in the work. It's just it's not realistic.
It's very raw.
This is uncut, baby. Like, we could put a lot of time and a lot of fucking, and do all the frills, the bells and whistles, but are you really gonna care? And do we really care? We want to provide you with entertainment. That's why we do this shit. We do this to have fun. This is fun to us. Imagine that, people. This is fun. We're not some of those fucking YouTubers who are like, oh yes, I love the clicks. No, none of my videos are monetized. We don't monetize our videos, motherfucker, and there's a reason for that. Because we see no purpose. I don't want to be censored. Fuck you. This is a collective of creative people. That's what this is. A creative collaboration between groups of people. So, like, we don't want to have to be censored by fucking advertisers and all this other bullshit. It's crazy.
And don't get me wrong, we've been contacted by people who are like, hey, we want to sell our shit on your podcast, the 5-minute podcast. Already people wanting to sell shit on that. We're not interested. We're here. We're here to provide you with entertainment. Let us know that you like it by we know that you guys are interacting with the Instagram. So let us know that you're seeing this shit. Share it with your friends. Let people know. You know.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be a French fry. French fries are delicious, actually. I fucking had a French fry the other day. It was fucking delicious.
Fries, I'm fucking starving.
Oh, fucking awesome. So, the Pro Wrestling 300 is up. We're going to have fucking double-up episodes fucking tonight. Oh, God.
Have fun with that one.
It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night. But I'm gonna do SmackDown first because that show will end before fucking Rampage, and then I'll do the Rampage show following. But you know, it's not too terrible. I mean, literally, it's a 5-minute video. I like the pressure. I think it's funny to try to get it done in 5 minutes when I'm like fucking because I don't read too good, so I'm doing this shit like half, with a half eye. Like, I'm trying to fucking remember things that happen in the show. So if I forget something, don't hold it against me. Or you can. I really don't give a fuck. But yeah, man. Well, this has been fucking Pro Wrestling Summit. We're like fucking, holy shit. We're like an hour and 45 minutes in.
Super show.
Yeah, the Super Show. Humbled by the Rumble Super Show.
All out. Wow. All right.
Oh, that's bad. But make sure that you guys fucking tune in to all the fucking shit that we got going on the page, man. Don't be shy. Don't be a French fry. You get eaten up, Jeffrey Dahmer style. Knowledge, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too, Tatum. Peace out, good villains.
Peace out, motherfuckers. Till next time. Well, actually, later tonight when I talk to you about fucking SmackDown and Rampage. See ya. Shut up, dog! Fucking asshole of fucking people. Danny, I told you to go down to the office and fucking handle that shit! Shut up!